Nice to meet you. I'm Bob. I already knew that, and I know that you play Roblox every day. Grow up, Bob. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about something called privacy, which is something that's practically gone now. So good luck going around without people asking you why you're watching this video in particular. Now, before you start spamming in the comments, you'll never know my internet data. I am completely unanimous person with a unanimous name. Take a look at something that has just recently passed that I just noticed. This is what is known as a joint resolution providing for congressional disapproval under Chapter 8 of Title 5 United States Code of the rules submitted by the Federal Communications Commission related to protecting the privacy of customers of broadband and other telecommunications services. So, you may be wondering, what is this? That sounded really complicated for no good reason. Why couldn't they just make it simpler? Well, it's pretty simple why they didn't make it a lot more condensed. It's because they didn't want you to know what it was. So basically, the Federal Communications Commission is an independent agency of the United States, and it was meant to regulate interstate communications by radio, television, internet, all that good stuff. So many years back, not too long ago, they came up with a resolution which basically stated that internet providers, the people that you pay to access this beautiful thing called the internet, basically they're not allowed to sell your internet data. They can keep your internet data and see what you've been going to, but they can't tell anybody else about it. So what this bill is basically saying is the bill is trying to get rid of that, and it was proposed by surprisingly enough, a Republican, and it was passed by a Republican president. This is all just to support big business. This isn't actually any ideal of the Republican Party or anything of that. Basically, the main goal of this was to free up another source of income for internet providers who, surprisingly enough, pay congressmen tons of money. Some of the many congressmen that were paid thousands upon thousands of dollars, such as Ted Cruz, the man himself, and many others were paid, like, in total, hundreds of thousands of dollars to fund their campaigns. And in return, the internet providers probably wanted to see a little bit more of that money coming back their way. So they decided, why not make it so that any business, but essentially any independent person, can buy any independent person's internet data to see what they've been up to theoretically only look at their internet data and determine what ads to give them. But here's the problem with that. First off, I can make a business. Anybody here can make a business. And I don't even believe it's just straight business. It's up to your internet provider if they want to sell your data to any individual person. It's all on them now. Secondly, I don't think that this is going to be used for strictly the purpose of figuring out what to sell you. Think about it. What if you want to go in for a job and the job interviewer is really looking for a very qualified person? So before you go in to have an in-person interview, they decide, well, I know this guy's name. I can call up his internet provider or find out his internet provider and pay a little bit of money to figure out everything he's been doing and just see just how qualified he is for the job, or just what kind of person he is based on the things he looks up on the internet. So if I want to go in for a job, chances are now any person that interviews me is going to know that, I do YouTube, I play Minecraft, I spend hours doing these kind of things for you guys, which I guess is all good, but it's really awkward to sit down and start having someone talk about your personal life when you don't know them. That's definitely strange. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people freak out when they have a stalker, because a stalker is somebody who sits back and observes you and follows you and knows what you're doing, and you don't know who they are or why they're doing it. Now, before you freak out, most of the stuff that I just talked about is not going to happen anytime in the near future. Just keep anytime within the next month or so or week or so. This kind of stuff isn't going to happen that soon, but it probably will happen in the near future, just as we're slowly edging our way through the privacy barrier of the internet that was there but is now not. So now that there is nothing necessarily stopping them from selling an individual's data, they haven't started doing it yet, as far as I know. Um, but if you open it up, why not? Why not make more money? That's what all these companies are looking to do. So you may be wondering, why haven't I heard of this? Well, if you are into the news a lot, it hasn't been shown on the news, most likely because the news companies were paid not to show it, or maybe they didn't know about it happening anyway. But it was passed by the Senate, by the House, and signed by our great Lord and Savior Donald Trump. And no hate towards him, but I just think that this is not a bill that he should have signed. But big business. So after going through all those sets, it's become law. So just like a similar bill that passed in Britain, they both have these kind of regulations where essentially you can have your internet data purchased by anybody that wants it. So if you are subscribed to H3H3 Productions, I know I'm nobody to be giving a shout out to H3H3 Productions, but I do want to go over his video here, which is actually pretty funny. He made this video 4 weeks ago about this bill. It was before it was passed by the House of Reps, but no way it wouldn't get passed by the House of Reps. This is just way too good for business, way too much money behind it. But let's go ahead and look at what he says you can do.
But I tell you what we will do if this passes, right? I'm thinking, let's crowdfund some money, okay? Let's raise a bunch of money, buy, the internet history of our congressmen, of our House of Representatives, every single one of them that signed that bill, all their family members, let's buy their internet history.
So basically, H3H3 said that why not, if this bill passes, let's just, go in and let's buy all their internet data, let's buy it up and let's see what they've been into, all those congressmen. But that doesn't work either, because yet again, just like the people in Great Britain, we kind of got screwed. So there have been tons and tons of recent ad campaigns to try and buy the Congress, buy the Congress's web history, just like from H3H3 video. But there's tons of things that point to that not working. For instance, you can't currently buy or sell. Most internet providers are not currently selling an individual's data, so it would be really hard to get a hold of a congressman's internet data. And even in the future, I'm sure that they would find some way to pass some kind of bill which protects them. So I guess the last thing to answer is, what can you do? For the most part, there really isn't much you can do. For most people, there isn't an internet provider that is good enough to switch to. Ones like Verizon and ones like AT&T have already started to do this kind of selling to different people. I don't know if there's anything on T-Mobile, which is what I currently use, but that can always change really quickly. In addition, I guess maybe some different methods have been to use private VPNs, different broadcasting your internet from different places, all these kind of weird, crazy stuff. But I don't really have a solution for you at all. Except, I guess the only solution is to only click on things and only search things that you would be comfortable with talking about to somebody else. If you are searching up a link to some website, maybe you're really conscious about your usage of the game Minecraft. Maybe you're in your 30s and you got friends who openly say, Minecraft is the stupidest thing on the earth. If you play it, you should go die or something like that. Maybe question searching Minecraft, but in a way, that's really ridiculous. And I feel like from now on, if you click somewhere, make sure that you're ready to justify why you clicked on that specific link or why you searched that specific place. And I guess some of you may be wondering, why is that necessarily a bad thing? It's not that bad. Who cares what I look up? This kind of thing can lead to a lack of freedom if you are at least wondering the significance of this. If I tell you that if you go to Minecraft.net and you search up Minecraft.net, just like that, and you go onto this website, Your friends at school are going to talk to you the next day and say, "Hey man, why are you looking up Minecraft.net? I thought you hated Minecraft, just like we do." Um, that kind of restricts the person's freedom, because what if this person really enjoyed Minecraft and the only reason why they don't go to the website anymore is because they don't want to be questioned about it? For these specific reasons, it's almost limiting your freedom of expression and your freedom of to do whatever you want or to do what you feel is best for you. So that's all I really had for you to talk to you guys about today. I just thought it was something interesting that caught my attention. If you like these kind of videos that are not actually playing in what I usually do, which is Minecraft, then leave a like on the video to show that you like it. If you don't, you can always leave a dislike, but I did put a lot of time into this. I hope this was somewhat eye-opening to you. Maybe you didn't realize the new bills that were being passed recently, or maybe you did know about it and you didn't know in particular the little details about it that are coming out. But if you want to look into more, there's a ton of links in the description that I used to put together this video and figure out some of the information for myself, because I didn't know this offhand. So other than that, guys, that's about it, and I'll catch you all later.